Alexa, stop. Alexa, why are you playing rap music right now? Oh my goodness. Alexa, hey Cakenistas. It's Marisha. I have a question. Have you ever been in a market, usually a specialty market? There's usually a really nice size container with some type of fruit and maybe cheesecake filling or pudding. It could be chocolate, vanilla, raspberry, strawberry, but whatever it is, it's usually called like strawberry delight, raspberry delight, chocolate delight. And you're like, what actually is the delight? What makes it a delight? And I personally feel like it's because nobody really knew what to call it, but they knew that it was delightful. And I'm not mad at that because that's exactly what happened when I made this cake. It was delicious. It was raspberry. It's a delight. Raspberry delight. Because that's exactly what it is. Raspberry delight. Now, what is a raspberry delight cake, you ask? Well, a moist raspberry cake, layers of raspberry filling, and cheesecake filling, and then frosted with a raspberry buttercream. Raspberry delight. Now in this video, I'm just going to be sharing with you all the recipe. I'm going to do the actual decorating in a separate video that's going to come after this one. So make sure that you stay tuned for the part 2 of this video right here. So if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, press on the notification bell, and let's get started. Okay, Cakenistas, let's make our cake. I'm going to start off with some all-purpose flour. We're going to put all of our dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl. So that's what I'm doing. Here I am adding my salt and baking powder. Next, I'm going to add in my granulated sugar. I'm going to give this an awkward stir with an awkward utensil. It's actually not an awkward utensil for what I'm doing. It's super awkward. So typically I would use buttermilk, but I'm out of milk. What I do have plenty of, however, is sour cream. So let's do sour cream. You know it's going to be amazing when we incorporate sour cream. And then we're also going to add in some fresh raspberries for our raspberry cake. Here's a close-up of some oil, just in case you felt like looking at oil close up. I'm going to add that to our mixing bowl. And now I'm going to add in my flavoring. I'm going to do some raspberry extract. Not going to measure this, but I typically like to do a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. You can also add vanilla extract. And then my 1 large egg. All of the measurements for this recipe will be in the description below. This is so pretty to me. So I'm going to give this one big mix. I'm going to crush those raspberries. I'm going to incorporate everything fully. It's a no-fail recipe. This looks super awkward, but it's going to turn out beautifully, I promise. The utensil that I'm actually using is called a spurtle, and these are sold on QVC. It's a very handy dandy tool. I'm going to add in some hot pink gel dye. I want this to be pink all throughout the cake because, you know, raspberry is just the most gorgeous color ever. So we're just going to keep with the raspberry theme. I have 2 8-inch cake pans greased up. I'm going to put my batter in there, and I'm baking this for about 30 minutes in a 350-degree preheated oven. I did 3 layers in total. So now we have to make our cream cheese filling. Now I'm not going to call this a frosting because I'm not going to add butter to it. I'm going to call it a filling because I'm literally just going to do cream cheese, which is softened, and powdered sugar. I really wanted to make this taste as much like a cheesecake as possible, a no-bake cheesecake. And I definitely accomplished that with this. It's not as fluffy, it's more dense. You can taste that cheesecake a lot better, obviously, because there's nothing really thinning it out, and it's just perfect for a filling. I don't know why I didn't try this before. So I put that to the side. In the same bowl, I'm going to make my frosting. And I am going to make a frosting that is heavy on the confectioner sugar. So I'm just doing like 3 sticks of butter. I'm also going to add in a little bit of vegetable shortening. Let's scrape down this side of the bowl. And then I'm going to add in my powdered sugar. The design that I'm doing for this cake, it's a lot of hand piping, and I want to make sure that this frosting is stiff enough to hold all of those designs in place, but also not be like a crumbly mess, if you know what I mean. I still want a fluffy frosting. All of that will be in the next video. I'm going to color my frosting with that same hot pink gel dye, and then I'm also going to bring down the tone of it with some maroon gel dye. It's like a deep red. I let my buttercream mix for at least 10 minutes here, and once I'm ready, it goes into a piping bag with a regular tip. I would like to give a super big thank you. Super big thank you. Who says that? I do. To all of the new subscribers. We're almost at 20K. I feel like I've almost been at 20K for a really long time, like years and years, but it's okay. We're definitely going to get there. Please help me get there, okay? I always put like-minded videos in the description. Don't stop here, okay? Thank you to all of the subscribers who have been here since day 5, because really, my first channel was the day 1. If you are from that channel and then you found me over here, whoa. Comment down below. I would love to say hey. Now we can start our layerage. So I have 3 cakes in total. I'm going to torte each cake into 2 layers. I love that the pink in the cake doesn't give me artificial vibes. It actually gives me natural raspberry vibes, which of course we added gel dye to it, but it's not overwhelming. I'm going to pipe a border so that my filling stays in place. And yes, I am cheating a little bit with the filling here because this filling is absolutely delicious. I do feel like I can't always mimic everything, or at least I don't feel like trying to mimic it at the time. And I knew that I had a winner in this can. So I'm just going to use this raspberry pie and cake filling from the baking aisle in your local grocery store. I'm going to put down the next layer, pipe another border, and then in comes our cheesecake filling. We're going to do a thin layer of that. And I did want to make the fillings kind of like a thin layer, not too crazy, because I know that all in all, I'm going to have a total of 6 layers. And I don't really need this cake doing anything funky, messing around, sliding to the left or to the right. I'm not trying to create the Leaning Tower of Pisa here. I'm trying to create a beautiful birthday cake. So we're going to keep this process going. The next layer is going to get that raspberry filling. Then the next one's going to get that cheesecake filling. Then the raspberry filling to finish off. This cake is both springtime and summer ready because raspberries themselves are spring and summertime ready, okay? I'm just loving the color. It's like rustic pink through and through, kind of like a muted, it's like a popping muted pink. Is it not? Once I have my cake completely layered, I'm going to pipe out some of my frosting onto the cake to do a crumb coat. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for at least an hour because there's a lot going on with this cake and I want to make sure that it's stable while I decorate it. This is the finished process. Can you say glamour? Can you say Victorian? Can you say raspberry delight? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to stay tuned for the next video to see how to make this gorgeous decoration. Couture in a raspberry delight cake. Bye guys. If any of you saw the previous video of us celebrating my mom's birthday, if you notice, we didn't have an actual birthday cake. So we came home, we had birthday cake here, and it was definitely worth the wait. Oops. Okay.
I need to take a picture of that. I know. You gonna get some?
You're doing something special.
I think I'm not doing the right thing.
Wow. I have so much of it in the freezer. I sliced all of it up, wrapped it up in plastic, and I have a stack of cake in the freezer. The cake needs to comment of the day. It's going to go to Cooking with Brie on my The Best Cream Cheese Frosting video. Cooking with Brie said, "Hi, what brand of clear vanilla are you using?" I haven't responded because I don't know. I don't know, and I'm like, man, whenever I run out of my regular old McCormick extract, I go out and I buy some random extract, and it's not important to me for me to remember what brand it was. It's just a filler for the time being. Clear vanilla extract. None of these, none of these. I'm not even a huge fan of vanilla extract. I'm a huge fan of vanilla paste. And I've been using that a lot more. I'm actually about to make some for myself, like from scratch. So I say use what makes you happy, Brie. If you would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below. Say hello, okay? Stay tuned for how I decorated this raspberry cake. I'll see y'all over there. I'm not even gonna say bye. We're taking a virtual trip. Let's go together as a family. Make me wanna put up a fight, working all day and all night, my raspberry delight.